Okay, we're on to question 7, a very intriguing and politically astute question. This comes from Harshita. She's a Year 11 pupil at George Stephenson High School.
Newcastle, Northumberland and North Tyneside councils are to form their own combined authority, a new regional council covering the 3 local authority areas north of the Tyne. It will mean voters in those areas elect a new regional mayor. What does this mean for the rest of the North East?
That's a very good question, very timely. I think this actually will kick in May next year. Very good person to answer this is Norma. Her voice is up to her.
Yeah, and can I just say 2 things regarding the last question? I do apologise. But I think it's very, very sad that we're the 6th richest nation and our girls have to go through that embarrassing situation. And the second thing about this is that these same families probably have to go to food banks, and it makes me very, very sad indeed. Okay. I just would like now to talk about the combined authority. As you say, Newcastle, Northumberland and North Tyneside have decided to come together to set up what you call a combined authority. And this is something that's been very dear to my heart for a long, long time. For many, many years now, right, you've heard people say London-centric. Well, I always found it very upsetting that everything to do with this region, decisions were made down in London, and quite often were made behind closed doors with people who didn't really understand the kind of needs of our area. And once we had the chance to go forward with the combined authority, I thought this was absolutely amazing, a fantastic opportunity, because we'll be able to make our own decisions about what we need and you need in this region. It also means that we will be getting money to help our businesses grow and develop, money to attract new businesses into the area, to bring jobs and apprenticeships. We'll be getting another lump sum of money to do training for high-skilled jobs with high-paid jobs. And it means that we'll be able to work with the businesses, work with our schools, and decide what training is needed. And we'll be able to decide what training is needed and how it's delivered. Quite often, some of the training that is delivered is not up to scratch. It's not monitored. And to be quite honest, I get a lot of complaints back from people who have been on training to say, I don't know what that was all about. It certainly wasn't helped me at all. So this is a great chance for the people in this region. And it seems to me you're talking about having a mayor for the region. Well, that's a really good thing, because now there are about 6 or 7 mayors in the country of this kind. And they have the privilege of meeting with ministers round a table, putting their case forward, having their voices heard about their regions. And to be quite honest, that hasn't happened for a long time in this region. We feel sometimes we're not listened to at all. So here's a chance that if we can deliver a mayor to go and sit at that table and have their voices heard about what is needed in our region. And it enables the 3 combined authorities, to be quite honest, decide what's really important to us, how we can improve the region in many, many ways for you and your parents and every person that lives in this region. We will work closely with the businesses and work with them. We will work with the voluntary sector, because I know that the voluntary sector delivers some really, really good projects that we can't do, but that working together and having that finance will help us to do that. So I'm looking forward to next May, and I hope to be working with many of you people to enable this region to be at the forefront of development and attracting businesses and making this, I know it's a great place to be anyway, but with that finance, we'll be able to make it a better place to be.
Thank you, Norma. Obviously, our first regional mayor was elected in Tees Valley very, very recently, a Conservative regional mayor. Councillor Hodson, what do you think about the combined authority north of Tyne?
I think the new North East Combined Authority will consist, as we've heard, of the three councils north of the Tyne, and I think it's a pity really that the four authorities south of the Tyne didn't join in with us to form a really large and powerful group. But be that as it may, we're moving ahead with the three north of the Tyne. A regional elected mayor is to lead the new authority, and his or her first task will be to take control of transport investment policy from central government in Westminster. He or she will, together with a small civil service and with the three council leaders, which we already have, will have plenty to do without interfering with the working of the three councils that we know at the moment. However, the regional mayor's responsibilities will expand in time, and he or she at some stage will need to ensure that the policies of the three existing councils will integrate into a regional team and a regional plan. We will have to see how this works out. The regional mayor will be subject to periodic elections and re-election, and his or her performance will be judged by the electorate, you, all the people in front of us. I support the North East Combined Authority project, and I hope and expect that better, quicker decisions will be made locally here in the North East by the mayor, rather than those achieved by Westminster in the past.
Thank you, Councillor. And from a business perspective, Karen Goldfinch, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I actually think it's a really exciting time for not just the businesses, but obviously for you out there as well, because it's by the time all of these things come into place, it's going to be you or the next generation of employees or entrepreneurs yourselves. There is still quite a lot that's unknown, obviously, as with these things, but it's what a time to be involved with it all. I think businesses are going to be, so much better equipped to deal with things from, as we say, from further down south, that sort of thing. We're also going to be much more of a force to be reckoned with within the region. We have a great team of businesses that work together within North Tyneside. There are businesses that work in Newcastle, within Northumberland. This now means we can all work together even more. But not just that, we are now a bigger force to be reckoned with. That means businesses from outside of the whole region can then see us go, oh, there's stuff happening there. They're a great team. They've got a great training providers behind them. They've got a great workforce. They've got lots of staff. They've got some great business leaders. Let's work with this borough and this region as a whole. So yes, there's lots of unknown, but I think it's really positive that we all work forward and work together on this. We're all better doing it together as one.
Thank you very much. Harshita, you're obviously interested in this. Are you excited at the prospect?
Definitely. I would like to see what happens because there are lots of positive and negatives of the issue. So yes, I'm very excited.
Excellent. Thank you very much for the question.